Levels.
Levels. Hey, this is going to be another one of those where we ask questions and kind of go back and forth out of time, right?
Yeah, I got Amy's chat pack right here. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, wait, isn't that the thing that we said was terrible questions and that if we ever did it, it would be a terrible podcast and we should avoid it at all cost?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, you know what? With that, sounds like a winner to me.
Hi, toddlers. Welcome to Talking to Todd, a weekly podcast with Dwayne Johnson and Todd, where failure is always an option. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Todd.
Hey, how's it going?
About the same as it was 5 minutes ago.
You're spoiling the illusion. This is a whole other week.
Yes, a whole other week. That's right.
We have so much has happened. I mean, there was the thing, and then the sports thing, and that college football coach got fired, and
the one where they paid him, or the other one where they paid him?
Both.
Oh,
both.
Okay.
Remember?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there was that sexist thing in European football.
And there was a F1 parade on Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Although now, by the way, now we have to be real careful when we release this because the Las Vegas one's on Saturday, not Sunday. Well, it depends. It's Sunday somewhere. I assume that the dates of Formula One aren't based off of local dates, but off of London dates.
You think?
I don't
know. Okay, so our plan here is to become an app review podcast. I don't know. We've tried everything else. Why not? So I've been carrying around this chat pack from Amy. You found multiple versions of icebreaker questions that we've modified.
Yes.
And I thought to myself, surely there's an app that could do this so that I don't have to carry around this chat pack all the time. As it turns out, there's like 1,000.
That tracks.
Right.
Some of which cost $100 a month to subscribe to.
Boy, are we in the wrong business. How many subscribers do you have? 3, but I'm making $300 a month.
Yeah, we're good. That's why don't they cancel? Yeah, if they could find the button, they would.
So I loaded one of the top apps of this kind from the App Store. Don't ask how they're ranked. And we're not going to Olympics this. But it's called Holsom, spelled Holsom. I don't know who got a hold of this, but...
Well, that's a good start. Oh, boy.
Right.
Now, just so we're clear, in the past, we did this one time. I came up with the questions. I knew what I was going to ask you. You didn't know. That didn't work out well. Second time, came up with questions. We both knew them ahead of time, so we had a little bit of time to prepare. This one, we decided to go a completely different route, and we're just going to get random questions that toddlers, here's the thing. Dwayne says that he hasn't looked at these and that these are random. I have no idea what he's doing over there. So...
Does he trust me? I'm not sure.
Do I have a choice? He controls the edit. Okay.
Blame it on the edit. The two that I don't have to pay for.
Okay.
The two categories that I don't have to pay for. One of them is called Funny Bone. The other one is 36 Questions to Fall in Love.
So Funny Bone, huh?
I say we go with Funny Bone. I think that's a good plan.
Yep. Okay.
Good vibes all around. 50 fun and lighthearted prompts to get the ball rolling. Start. All right. Question number 1. What would my rap name be? Todd, we know what your rap name is.
Hmm. Do we?
Your rap name.
Yeah. I don't
A little
see that one.
chilly.
Well, that's my rap persona. What's up,
Oh.
little chilly, y'all? What's up? Hey, everybody. I think my rap. I mean, yes, that could be little chilly. I was also going to go with the one that popped into my head would be stayed in the same theme, stay in the same family. Hey, everybody, what's up, little nerdy? No
Uh-huh.
G, no space.
No,
Yeah, we know.
yeah.
We know
Yeah,
there's
we
no
know. Yeah,
G.
that's how you
Just
spell nerdy. Yeah, we get it.
just want to make it clear. Little nerdy, no G, no space. Yeah. Yeah, that's the way everybody does it. I got to stay on brand. How about you?
Um, what would my rap name be? Ah, you know, I'm struggling here. DJ,
This is
not
the
a
first
DJ.
question. You cannot be struggling. You
I know,
cannot be
but
struggling.
well, they're random, so hopefully
Yeah.
the second one is better. DJ, not a DJ.
All right. I'm gonna help you out here.
Okay.
I
Isn't
just
there a
went to
list of
I just
take the
went to
first letter of your first name and the second letter of your last name, and it gives you a rap name?
I went to myrapname.com and I'm just entering your data.
Because of course there is. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Hold on. All right. First name. Yep. Last initial. Got it. Okay. Hey, what's your bank account number? I just need to enter it for no, sorry.
Four.
Okay. Because you couldn't come up with one. This is suggested Dwayne D. Slab.
D slab.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't uh ooh, wait, hold on. Hold on. Just keep hitting generate. Lewd chronic Dwayne Grip. That actually sounds like something that you need to go take Victarzi for. Hey, listen. It's,
Isn't that a position that works on a movie set? The lewd tardy Dwayne grip?
this is
It's
getting
like the
nuts
best
now.
boy grip
Yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah.
and he's the lewd chronic Dwayne Grip. He doesn't usually work more than a day or two. The lewd chronic, yeah, the lewd chronic is different than chronic lewd. By the way, I just keep hitting this. Biggie Trigger Dwayne J Pack, Special Hollow Dwayne D Hitman. Nope, don't do that one. Oh, this one.
Nope. Nope. Don't do that one.
No, here you go. Dwayne Bomb, aka Curious Smirk.
That's actually on brand. I am kind of curious, smirk.
Who's
Yep.
that? Oh, I do a podcast with Dwayne Bomb. You mean Curious Smirk? Oh yeah, you've heard of
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
No.
I'm more like curious snark is what I am. But
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, close enough. Yeah.
Okay. Question number 2. You
Oh
get
god, I hope this one's better.
You get $50 every time you get rejected for anything. I'm a millionaire. Oh, you get $50 every time you get rejected for anything, a favor, asking someone out, etc. What do you do to make money?
I went first last time, so I think it's your turn to go first.
I'm going to sell NFTs.
Okay. All right. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, wait, say it one more time. You get what?
You get $50 every time you get rejected for anything. What do you do to make money?
I'm Brian Ferentz.
Good answer.
Did he get in the end zone again? No? Here's $50. He's gonna need it.
Next question. How cringe were your first social media profiles?
What social media?
Yep. Yeah, that tracks. I think I had a MySpace page.
Hmm.
Yeah. Next.
I mean, here's the thing. That question gets completely different if it was, how cringe were your senior photos?
That's
Which, when we were in high school, that was social media because you wrote on the back to them and then you traded them with everybody. Here's my
don't
profile.
change. BFF.
Yep. Have a great
Yes.
summer.
Yeah.
That, that 100% cringe.
Yep. Okay, this is right up our alley. What's the weirdest fact you know in 50 words or less?
See, I don't think they're weird.
I-
Um, okay. Here's the problem. Like, it's it's not finding one, it's choosing
it's
one. Huh. Um, the weirdest fact I know. Hmm. You get how?
yeah,
What do you mean?
I'll go. The legal limit at which you can transport alcohol across state lines in Iowa is 2 full cases of beer. Anything more than that, and you're breaking the law or bootlegging.
Um.
Yup.
Yeah. Although we covered that on this podcast, so everybody who's listened to this podcast probably knows that fact.
Should know that. Yes, because, well, I brought back bottles of whiskey, not cases of beer. But I have also brought back cases of beer from visiting New Glarus and Spotted Cow Factory. I am
Yeah.
um, allegedly, hypothetically, this would
Just
certainly not be.
yeah. No. We're not. No. I mean, as part of our continuing fictional story of what we did on the weekends.
Yes.
Uh, um. Okay. Yes, I can see that. What is the weirdest fact you know? So here's my weirdest one. Like I mean, we talked about earlier. We talked about a few weeks ago when the person was talking about this like the 750 like, oh, by the way, the engine's on the 757, and I'm like, no, that's not right. I know you're an airline employee, but that's not right. I know what the engines on the 757 are. Like that's for
There are a
somebody not
lot. Yes.
for somebody not employed in the aerospace industry. I have a lot of those, including the fact of at one point I was on a plane with somebody, and he was chatting the entire time, and I got way too much more personal information about him than I ever wanted. But he made a comment about, oh, this is this airplane or whatever, and I just threw out a random, I like, oh no, don't worry, this plane is whatever, blah blah blah, and it's. I threw out some facts about the regional jet that we were on, and he goes, "Do you work for the airline?" And I go, "Nope." And he goes, "Okay."
Kind of says it all.
There is also an entire trove. I'm just going to say this. There's an entire trove of facts that somebody could say, oh, so how long have you worked for NASA? And I would say, I've never worked for NASA. And there is a non-zero chance along that same lines when somebody said, so how long have you been a bridge engineer? And my answer would be, oh, I've never done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long did you work for Apple?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This one isn't that weird, but I will say so. My boss at work is a huge technology fan, and his office is just filled with old technology. Like he's got a Next monitor, he's got an original, he's got a 512 Mac. He's got like an old Sun Microsystems workstation. He's got a Newton. He's got a bunch of Apple stuff in there, but he's got other technology. He's got a RAM board from a mainframe computer that was at work at one point. Like it's just filled with all of this stuff. Then I was in his office one day, and I think Lisa was there, and I was introducing whatever, and Lisa's like, oh, that's like an original Mac. And she said, oh, Todd's got one of those. And my boss says, oh, yeah. This is the 512. And at which point, of course, I have to say, oh, yeah. And Lisa's like, oh, you have that, right? And I'm like, well, I actually have the original one that was 128. And then they upgraded it to the Fat Mac with the 512 in it, actually. Um, and then I said, hey, so mine's got the signatures on the inside of it. Does yours? And he goes, what do you mean signatures? And I said, oh, the original Mac, if you take the cover off of it, at least on the 128s, and I don't know how far along they did this, but on the original ones, the team that designed it all signed it, and then they took the signatures and they turned it into inside the case. They put them into the plastic. So if you take the back off of it, you can see the signatures of the 40 people that were all on the team, including
In the
Steve.
mold?
Yeah, on the inside
Wow.
yeah. So every one of them has that. And so Steve Jobs' signature is in there, and Bill Atkinson and some of the Andy Herzog, like some of the people that like did all of this. And my boss, who has all of this crap, says, oh, I didn't even know that. Which at a point I'm like, uh-oh. Not because I knew something my boss didn't know, but because it's like, oh, that might have crossed the line of stuff I don't need to know now. So maybe, sure.
How would people react? We're not skipping any. We're just taking them as they come. How would people react if they could see into your imagination? Yeah, we're just shaking our heads at each other.
That's
okay,
no good.
next. No,
That's no good. That's no good. Because at times, I'll just be honest, right? Like I have tried to explain some things to Lisa that I'm like, okay, so here's what I'm thinking, and I kind of explain it to her, and she's like, it must be a nightmare to be in your head. Like what? Like she's gotten glimpses of it, and she doesn't want to go there.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's no good. Nope.
Yep. What would you do as a street performer?
Starve.
Yep. What is sorry, go ahead. Do you want to move on? Do you want to keep going?
Well, I mean, I was just going to throw. I mean, I'm trying to answer. I mean, I would. I mean, you don't see a lot of street performers try to do stand-up comedy, mostly because I think there's a high probability you're going to get punched in the face. So, I will say, I can juggle. But I can only juggle three balls. I can't do like four or more. I can do three, and not for very long and poorly. So it would be like, all right, everybody, come on around. Let's go. We're gonna be juggling. 1, 2. No, oh, hold on. Let me get that. Hey, could you a little help here? Okay, all right. Try. No. I'm just warming up.
One, two,
sir,
drop.
sorry that.
1, 2, drop. 1, 2, drop. I can toss 3 balls in the air. I can only catch 2.
Yeah. Maybe that would, you know what? Maybe that would be, okay. All right. No, I'm thinking this through now. Okay. That would be the sign, right? The street performer would be the world's worst juggler. Now, in order to be the world's worst juggler, you actually, like, you have to be able to juggle. Like, because otherwise, a world's worst juggler, I mean, not a lot of people are going to stick around watching you take like one ball, throw it up in the air, and then just watch it drop and not even try to catch it. That would be the world's worst juggler. What you want to do, though, is you want to show that you can juggle, but you're really, really bad at it. So then you would be like, okay, everybody, are you guys ready to see the world's worst juggler? Okay, right? And you do like 3 balls, and you do it like, you catch them, and you do it like 10 or 12, and then it drops. You're like, okay, whatever. Like, because what people would be sticking around for would be, if you see a sign in a street performer that says world's worst juggler, you're going to stick around thinking, oh, that's his shtick. And then at some point he's going to juggle like 3 elephants or something. Like he's going to blow your mind. So how long do you sit around and you're like, he's not really good. When does the twist happen? And you're just like, twist isn't happening. Says what it is on the tin.
Please throw some money in the hat.
Yeah.
Because the rule is, if you stop and watch, you need to pay.
Yeah, that's the rule. You stopped, and by the way, you stopped at a sign that said "World's Worst Juggler." That's on you. I didn't take your money. The other thing I'm thinking of, and this would be just terrible for a couple of reasons I can think of. One of the options would be, um, in England, they're buskers, right? You go out and
Yeah.
you do something, and a lot of them are musicians, and for acoustic reasons, a lot of buskers will go if there's a tunnel, like under a road, like they'll be in the tunnel, or sometimes even in like in the underground.
Yep. Yeah, they do
And you get
this in
some,
Chicago under the bridges too.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And you get some really, but like sometimes they're a little too loud because you're like, man, this is like really loud. Um, I last played the tuba in 1991. So, you know how much people love to hear the tuba playing by itself. Imagine, if you will, walking into a tunnel where a loud, poorly played tuba is going. Um, the problem would be, especially if I'm thinking about London, that means getting on and off either the tube or the bus with a full size tuba.
You we covered this last week. 3 weeks ago? I don't know, whenever this drops. We covered this prior. You may want to think about playing a sousaphone so that you got both hands free.
Yes, but if I did that and I had to get on an underground, it's not just minding the gap, it's minding the door. And I just like you step boom down and then the train takes off. All right, note to Todd. Probably don't become a street performer. Okay.
Related? What's a useless skill that you've absolutely mastered? I think we can rule out podcasting for me.
Well, I was actually going to say editing me.
Oh,
Uh,
that's a useless skill, and I have absolutely mastered it. Okay, yeah, that's a good, yeah, okay.
well, that 32 minutes can just go. um, a useless skill that I've absolutely mastered. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Avoiding responsibility for editing.
Yep.
Oh, also,
Uh-huh.
actually, keeping with the theme, um, running so slowly that people think you're like actually walking. I don't know what the hell it's doing for me. I'm running slow to get faster. I'm just running slower. I'm not getting any faster. So now I just look like one of those power walkers at the mall, but slower. But I've mastered doing that. So that is a useless skill because it's not helping me, but I'm getting pretty good at being really slow.
For at least 13.1 miles.
Again, another useless skill. We own multiple cars. There is never a need for me to run or walk 13.1 miles. Unless I'm in England, that's a different thing. But here, I never need to walk 13 miles. And yet, I wouldn't say I've mastered it, but at least know how to get through it
You do it on a regular basis.
for no
Sometimes
apparent
downhill.
reason. Yeah, sometimes downhill. And sometimes the road's downhill.
What conspiracy theory would you like to start?
I'm just going to say this. That's a funny question. And I don't want to answer it because I feel like right now is like ripe time for starting conspiracy theories. Like, have you heard about the guy that started Birds Aren't Real? Have you heard this?
What?
Yeah, there is somebody started to kind of point out how he started doing a whole thing about to show how conspiracy theories are stupid. Um, Birds aren't real. It is a satirical. It is a satirical conspiracy theory which posts that birds are actually drones by the United States government to spy on American citizens. In 2018, journalist Rachel Roberts described Birds Aren't Real as a joke that 1,000 people are on. They've put up billboards and there are posters and there are YouTube videos all around that birds aren't real. So he basically where does this say? He started this on a whim in January of 2017, and it went viral, and he started this whole thing, and he later he did not admit until 2021 that he didn't actually truly believe, like, he went all in from 2017 to 2021. Like, no, seriously, dude, birds aren't real. Those are all drones. Those are drones from the federal government. Those are used to spy on us. They're not real.
Jesus. Nice.
Yeah. So I don't want to answer this question because I don't want to be responsible. What happens? How about you?
Have you seen the 2-cent coin?
No.
Because it was a thing.
No. Who was on it? Mandela?
Yes, I specifically remember this being a thing. There's some kind of effect.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the funniest joke you know?
Can I say my high school senior picture? It was bad. I had sunglasses on. It was not good.
I did one without shoes. Yeah.
The problem is, I don't know that I know a lot of jokes. I mean, the first one that comes to mind is Craig Ferguson's wife's favorite joke.
And that is a very funny joke. If you haven't listened, Craig Ferguson's wife's favorite joke is, what does a Scotsman wear underneath his kilt? On a good day? Lipstick. We've told that joke on this podcast before, and it's still funny.
I was trying to come up with, and they don't work because they only work when the comedian Stephen Wright says them in his completely deadpan way, and without that, he had a couple of them that were pretty good, at least at the time. The one was police officer pulled me over for speeding, said, "Don't you know the speed limit here is 60 miles an hour?" And I said I wasn't planning on being out that long.
I have a map of the world's actual size. It says 1 mile equals 1 mile. People ask me where I live. I say E5. Last summer, I folded it.
One summer, a buddy and I drove all the way across the United States. We only had one cassette tape. Listened to it the entire way. I don't remember what it was.
Can't remember what it was.
All right, what else we got?
I have a pony.
Oh.
My apartment allows pets. I have a pony. Oh, Stephen Wright was fantastic. Let's see what else we got. We are at 32
There's a
minutes.
horse in a hospital. That's less of a joke and more of a full-blown comedy concept. Anyway, please go ahead. All right,
oh, John Mulaney. John, have you listened to Salt and Pepper Diner? The one where he and his buddy John go and play What's New Pussycat? Yes. Let's see. What would you lie to your kids about and why?
Since Lindsay listens to this, nothing.
We lied to Lucas about Santa until the year that he figured it out, and he asked Amy, "Hey, if I still believe in Santa, do I get extra gifts?" So that year he still believed.
Okay. All right. I'll spill the beans on one thing. We never had to lie to our kids about this. Never, ever one time. When the kids lost their teeth, Tooth Fairy came, removed the teeth, left some money or a CD or something. I don't know. Whatever happened. Anyway, every time that would happen, every single time, both of the kids would go to Lisa and say, "You're the Tooth Fairy, aren't you? You did that." And every single time, Lisa could honestly look him in the face and say, "I didn't do that." They never asked me once. You don't have to lie when you don't get asked.
If you were in danger, which fictional character would you want to come save you?
So what popped in my head is, my first thought was, well, you kind of need to know what kind of danger, which then, of course, led, what kind of danger? Grave danger? Is there any other kind of danger?
Got to get our Aaron Sorkin reference in. Wouldn't be a podcast without it. I can answer for Amy.
Okay.
She would say James Bond, but only the Daniel Craig version.
And only in all but the last movie.
Yes. Yeah, because the last one, he doesn't do any good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. First one to pop into my mind was MacGyver.
Oh, yeah.
Now, on the other hand, if he's coming to rescue me, I would like him to bring some crap with him so he doesn't just have to, "I'm here. Did you bring tools?" "No, but we can make..." Why didn't you bring some tools, dude? However, thinking bigger and broader, like MacGyver would be handy, but this is any fictional character, right? And James Bond would be handy. It's entirely possible, though, that I may want to think about like a Luke Skywalker. But then you realize that Luke needs to be rescued by Han. So, like who rescues the rescuer?
Right, yes. The Rescuers. No, not that. I don't want the Rescuers. They're not any good.
No, they're not gonna.
Bob Newhart and Zsa Zsa Gabor. They're almost worthless.
Yeah. Okay.
Angelina Jolie as her character from Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I thought really where you were going was Angelina Jolie from, it doesn't matter which movie, because at least Angelina Jolie's coming to rescue me, and whether we get rescued or not, Angelina Jolie's there. Yeah. Okay. All right. What else we got?
Okay. What else we got? Let's see. What's next? What commercial jingle can you recite on the spot?
By Menon. Wait, that's not a full.
That's not a full jingle. My baloney has a first name.
It's OSCAR.
My baloney has a second name.
It's MAYER.
I love to eat it every day, and if you ask me why, I'll say...
Because Oscar Mayer has a way with
B-O-L-O-G-N-A. Yep. On the spot.
Dude, would you believe that was without any practice? Yes.
Yeah. What says you're stupid without saying you're stupid? My baloney has a first name. It's...
Here you go. Travel story from my last trip. We are going to be in England for 2 weeks. I have a packing list that I have to make sure I don't forget anything. I have laid out everything on the bed to make sure that I have everything that I need, pack it all up, make sure I've gone through all of my tech pack. I've got I've got multiple cameras. I got a drone. I've got my charging. I got my watch. I got everything. We drive up to Salt Lake. We are in the Salt Lake. We're in the Sky Club in Salt Lake a couple of hours before the flight. and think, you know what we should do is I should take out my little Apple bifold charging thing and charge up my phone and my watch before we get on the plane. I open up my tech pack. I forgot a USB-C to lightning cable because my phone now has USB-C. So I had one in my charging pack, and then I went through everything to make sure. And at some point I went, oh, I probably don't need this. So we, at the same time when we went up there, we stopped by the kids to drop off the dog, and I gave them a bag of about 30 lightning cables, mostly USB-A to lightning, because we don't need them anymore, because I have the 4 or 5 at home. I then have to get up, leave the Sky Club, walk down, and in an airport buy another USB-C to lightning cable before getting on a plane for 2 weeks, before getting on a plane to go on a trip for 2 weeks and come back. Did you just buy another lightning cable? I did. What happened to your packing list? It didn't work. There's your sign.
The music is Happy Boy by Kevin MacLeod. You can subscribe to our award-winning podcast with visiting scholar Todd Prinz and his white paper on lightning cables. Wherever you get your pods, just search Talkin' and the number 2. There's no G and no space. You can check out our award-winning merch on Zazzle. You can stop by and see us at the Tuba City home office. Please don't do that. Thanks to our listeners and our sponsors, Toddler 3187, the Taylor Center for Technology Policy, and DJ to Go Cedar Valley. As always, you can send us your feedback to feedback@talkingtotodd.com. Todd, if you could add a word to the dictionary, what would you add and what would it mean?
Oh, this one. No. I use this one all the time. I've been working on this one. I've been trying. It hasn't got traction, so if I could put it in there, it's precipity. What's it like outside? It's precipity. It might be raining. It could be like that dense fog. It could be starting to snow. It doesn't matter what it is because it's just precipity. I can't believe this hasn't taken off yet.
It boggles the mind.
I gotta send a letter to somebody about that.
You can send it to the Holsom people and maybe they can solve it for you.
When was the last time you felt precipity? I don't even know what that is.
Oh, we'll be back next week. We're here. We're talking to Todd. I clicked on the next card. It says, what would your theme song be if you had one? I think we've got one.
What do you mean? Doesn't everybody have a theme song? I went to a place to eat. It said breakfast at any time. So I ordered French toast during the Renaissance.